great things yesterday. Will that momentum continue to keep going here into this matchup? Tilt Rehab obviously has been struggling a little bit. Vision Gaming trying to show that they are one of these top contenders. Is this going to be enough for Tilt Rehab to pick up the victory?
Definitely hard to say. It's going to be a bloodbath for sure. Tilt Rehab trying to find that AoE splash damage. Let's see how it goes. Humanist Denominate, take us on to the rise.
Yeah, Buddy Flash, we're on to the rise. Players are making their way out into their positions, and we've got Vision going up against Tilt Rehab. And you know what? I love Vision Gaming. Really love Vision Gaming. But I gotta say, like, Tilt Rehab's draft, it got me going here, Denominate.
Yeah, it absolutely did. It's going to be an exciting one to watch for sure. It's kind of hard early on to call who's going to win this, because while we do have a lot of
Tilt Rehab will win this one.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, come on. You get an Arden Finn team and you're not going to root for that? You should learn how to be a biased caster.
I mean, I probably should learn how to be a biased caster, but, you know, I'm never going to count out PvP Warrior. You know, he's on the Rona this game, so not the Vox we really like to see him on, but definitely a hero that can really change the game and set up a lot of plays. Very, very tanky, as well as able to build up breaking point stacks so quickly in the later stages of the game that she can be a huge damage threat with only 1 or 2 items.
I think that's really what kind of defines PvP in my mind. And this is like, yeah, of course you play the hero a little bit differently, but if you look at like what it takes to start taking over fights and taking over the game, it is realizing when you've built up enough breaking point stacks to start winning a fight and take over the game. And PvP does that incredibly well. And actually a little bit of action right now. Tilt Rehab kind of collapse behind Vision. Vision deep in the jungle here, and that splash damage raining on through. Now Neon Fire's on the backside. He's gonna find Pajama. That's a squishy little Kestrel. Pool incredibly low. Pool's gonna go down. That's gonna be your first blood. Nice job there. And it's a bloodbath all of a sudden. A 2-for-1 trade. Tilt Rehab moving backwards actually is Lightning T, the player to watch, forcing them back, but they turn it right back around. They'll find another one. Holy nuts. We got 5 kills in 2 minutes here.
Yeah, it's been a quick game as far as the pace goes so far, for sure. We see Celeste recalling back, picking up a couple crystal bits, gonna bring a lot of damage here to the mid lane at this point. Archaic is able to make it out dangerously low there. But 3-2 on the scoreboard, slight gold lead here for the side of Tilt Rehab so far. And we'll have to see if they can keep that up. Archaic, though, he's got that divergent path unlocked now, those ranged crystal basic attacks.
And that's pretty good, right?
That's it's really where interest starts to take off. So yes, that's very good.
It's good, but honestly, I don't think it's as like game breaking as everybody think or like talks about it. Yes, it's good. His harass is there, but you still have to make smart plays, and looks like a smart play right now. Pajama booting on forward. Neon Fire's in trouble, and rest in peace.
Yep, that's gonna be a 4th kill on the board.
Invulnerable
now
might go down as well. Sino getting boosted forward with the Vanguard. He'll find one. Quibble comes down. Pool's incredibly low. Malice and Verdict is there. Pool, get out of here, dude! Oh, his passive comes on through. It's not enough. He'll drop the weapon buff right under the turret. Lightning T will move over to pick that up, because what's a weapon buff if it's not on a Celeste?
Well, I mean, anybody on your team getting the buff is better than nobody getting it, you know, realistically. Or, you know, it's obviously way better than the enemies picking it up is really the key thing. So now Rehab, they might get jumped on here by Lightning T. Actually,
No way,
just
they
go
got
ahead and
a
clean
Finn.
out the farm.
They got a Finn. They're going to be fine here. And actually, they turn around. Drifting Dark's going to come on through with the Malice and Verdict. Invulnerable getting a lot of damage. Invulnerable's going to go down. Look at the Idris doing work. I reverse caster cursed it. I blessed it. I caster blessed it.
Absolutely. Sino, great Drifting Dark there. Great opportune moment that he turned around that aggression. They were able to bring Invulnerable down nearly to 0. And then here comes Archaic. He comes rolling in with the Shroud Step and then finishes it off with one of those ranged basic attacks like we were talking about. Well, in the top lane, Neon Fire, he is working on getting that Aftershock online. But up against the Kestrel,
they got
he's
another
doing a
kill
really
here.
good job so far.
Lightning T's already doing significant work on the Celeste, really putting the damage together. They find another kill here. And while they're down in kills overall, Vision, I think, still in a pretty good place.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels pretty even so far. We've seen definitely a couple extra kills get picked up by the side of Tilt Rehab, but they're only a couple hundred gold ahead despite having those 4 additional kills and despite making a couple good jungle rotations. So, you know, they're doing a good job getting the kills, but I feel like Vision is answering back with a good job sharing on some of that ambient gold and making good rotations into the enemy jungle when they can.
One thing, if you're like an off-meta weapon, or not even weapon, I got bacon stuck in my head, just an Arden player, it doesn't matter how you play it. If you're not playing in the captain position, you get to actually farm through the early game without being forced around the map. Dude, that is where you want to be. That's a magical feeling, and Maokai's in a great place right now. He's got his boots, Storm Crown, a little bit of early armor and shielding, and he should be in a great place as long as he doesn't get shut down here to have an impact in this game.
Yeah, you're right, but Archaic and Pajama, they went ahead and pushed into that top objective and are going to take that down. Meanwhile, it looked like Invulnerable was going to try to make a push down there in the bottom, but with Maokai coming and the minion wave disappearing, it's just a little bit too risky for him to stick around, so going to make a rotation through the enemy jungle, but there's not really anything there for them to take, so this is a little bit of time now getting wasted by the side of Vision.
Vision continuing to make these rotations, looking for something as Tilt Rehab just kind of in the place where they want to be. That was that minion candy used up in top. Archaic and Pajama getting onto the T2 turret here. Neon Fire by himself really can't do anything. And it's actually Ghostwing started up down here by Vision. Let's see how this is going to play out. Pool, only level 4, moving down. He's in there with the Jawbreaker. He'll get the taunt back as well. And Ghostwing is actually captured up by Maokai getting the last hit there. Gauntlet's going to come down. He just hit his level 6. If they'll go ahead and just try to regroup without losing anybody. And in fact, they might even turn it around to take Pool. They're really respecting Lightning T. During this time, though, you still have 2 members of Tilt Rehab. They stayed up in top, Pajama and Archaic, and they just very easily take that turret down.
Yeah, they do, but Sino here in the mid lane, he does have that Ghostwing buff, and all of the members of Vision are very, very low. Look at the Malice and Vertex almost picking up the kill there.
Dude, what a Finn. I'm gonna be on the Finn train till everybody jumps on board. Best hero in the game.
Need some more, like, crystal mid Finn. That's what we need.
I'm down. What you need, dude... Okay, no, I'm not even gonna tell people what we really need, because then everybody's just gonna want it, and that wouldn't be fair.
Now in Rehab, they take an opportune moment where the side of Vision had recalled for a rotate mid and take another objective. They now have 3 turrets taken, and they have all of theirs standing. So Rehab, I think you called it a little bit earlier there, they have maintained control thus far in this game. Now we're only 7.5 minutes in, but they're starting to establish themselves a gold lead, almost 4,000 at this point.
Significant net worth lead right now, and once again, I don't know if you're noticing this, Denomini, but this is 4 members of Rehab making any sort of rotations, and Maokai just stays in bottom. He's just doing his job. He's going to shove this down, and the 4-man squad with Finn on the front side, and then the range burst damage coming out of the 3 members behind him, really allows Tilt Rehab to just very cleanly make these kind of like pivotal kind of movements in these lanes, and just apply so much damage.
Okay, he might get a little bit caught here. PvP Warrior has that weapon buff.
Dude, you're gonna be fine, bud. It's the Jabation! Maokai has debated them back now. Ali down here, Pajama as well. The Gauntlet comes down, Red missed out. Maokai trying to get back through. Sino's here, Archaic as well. And looks like these guys know what they're doing here. Maokai able to stay alive through that one, feeling good about it, still in fighting shape. They're gonna zone out Pool as he moves down. This is their turret now.
Yeah, it looks to be the case as they now sit 5-6 objectives up if you include the Ghostwing. So, you know, again, great rotations coming out of this team. We constantly see when they have the enemy's wave pushed, they're making smart rotations down and pushing a weaker lane, someone who's a little bit behind and can't really defend so much against the onslaught coming in. You know, someone like Celeste, when she is healthy, she can hold off pretty well, but you know, Rona, short range, has to be in the brunt of things to get the damage down, and we just haven't seen Rona come fully online yet. You know, has that Serpent's Mask, still needs to get that breaking point before she's a real threat.
Yeah, and you don't have the threat there, and Vulnerable really not threatening either. Maokai, I mean, we talked about not having a threat, but PvP Warrior making it happen. He's gonna find the solo kill onto Arden down in this bottom lane. Zali Peterson just getting down there a little bit late to the party, and that's a really nice pickup.
Yeah, absolutely. PvP Warrior while I was just mentioning he's not really a threat. He is a threat when he has a weapon buff, and Arden is incredibly far away from his turret. But as far as the team fights go, we just don't see the damage coming out of PvP Warrior like we'd like to see. And in fact, Neonfire picks up a clean kill onto Pajama as well, getting some gold back over in other pockets, picking up a couple bounties off those kills, a couple small ones.
All bounties there, but that's a nice pickup. The thing is, like, if you're gonna get on the Kestrel, if you have some vision down, odds are you're gonna kill the Kestrel. She really needs to remain elusive. Now Rona getting deep into the fight, but Ali Peterson standing his ground, and they'll turn that around. They take Pool down. Now things looking very good for Tilted Rehab. My goodness, the Malice and Vertex from Sinu coming on here and taking these Vision members down. This is just dominating performance at this point.
Yeah, it definitely appears to be the case. We've got another Ghost Wing started up here, but Vision Gaming, they know it's going on. Can Neonfire make the steal? No, he cannot. Quick answer to the question there for you.
I appreciate that. I mean, nothing wrong with that, talking to yourself.
Yeah, so got a couple kills on the board for Vision in the past couple minutes. Still, gold lead is continuing to grow for the side of Tilt Rehab. You know, again, the objective control from them has just been absolutely pristine this game. You know, this is the kind of plays that we expect to see out of the top of the top. And they are doing a good job so far. Lightning T, level 9, he does have the extended range on the Heliogenesis, but can he get the plays down where they need them?
Let's see, we're gonna see the Pool blocked off there. Actually, that was a really nice take. Neonfire finding another kill. He's gonna find the Netherform detonator on in as they take 2 down, and suddenly this is Tilt Rehab getting just run over right underneath their own turret. Vision Gaming making the plays. Archaic, he'll find PvP Warrior, able to get that kill for himself, but this is a trade right now 4 for 1. Vision Gaming super happy with that.
Oh, they have to be super happy about that one. That was definitely a bunch of gold that swinged back over into their favor. They took that central turret, so they got themselves objectively on the board all the way around. First turret's taken.
Is Pool dead? Oh, Pool's dead!
Pool is
definitely
taking a little bit of a dirt nap there, for sure.
Got played. Archaic just took his life from him.
And we did just hit 12 minutes, though, so Black Claw, he is on the map. And that is a key objective. We're going to have to look for the control coming out of these teams, see who's going to make that push for it, and off the back of what kind of kill are they going to take down before they go for that.
Before what? I'm sorry about.
What I was just asking, you know, are we going to see a team try to get a kill pick before we have the Black Claw? Or do one of these teams feel like they have the damage ahead enough that they can just push it right underneath the nose of the enemy?
I think it comes down to, do they have vision on their opponents? Are they threatened? Like, is the balance on the map here? If you look right now, vision, this allows Tilt Rehab to take this if they want, because there's 2 down in the spot lane. So you kind of decide, do I want to trade a turret for this or not? How fast can we take it? Pool is a good member to kind of disrupt this if they want to. Actually, Maokai's rotated out. Now there's just 4 over here from Tilt Rehab. 1 shot coming on through. It'll be secured up. Pool, you're gonna die off the back of that one. Yeah. So they get the Black Claw. They're gonna lose Pool, and that was actually a really clean take.
Yeah, absolutely, and they were able to get a kill off the back of it too. Not just any kill. That is going to be the captain that's going to be down for a bit of time. So Fountain not going to be available to the side of Vision, but Vision, they found themselves another target here. Or Rehab, I mean, Tilt Rehab.
PvP Warrior has a breaking point Serpent Mask. I'm pretty sure he can't die at this point.
I'm fairly certain Tilt Rehab will say otherwise.
All right, well, let's see what they have to say about that. Right now, it's going to be a Ghost Wing take down here right after the Black Claw. Now, Black Claw took down that mid turret down to about 50%. Nobody pushed with it. They moved over as a unit. So Tilt Rehab making that decision there. Do you agree with it?
I definitely think it was interesting for them to go for the Ghost Wing and try to get the kill onto PvP. They had cooldown, they had Black Claw marching down the mid lane, and they have a massive amount of siege damage coming out of Archaic's, you know, in Pajama. So it felt like that rotation might have been a little lackluster to me.
Yeah, well, they still don't really lose anything out of that right now, though. Vision Looking kind of like they want to group up to do something. Lightning T, is he going to get put to sleep? No, I think he did use his boots to avoid that. Gauntlet comes down. He's stunned on the backside. Can he reposition? Celeste needs to start applying some damage here. Pool dropping low and vulnerable as well. They jumped onto the backside. Neon fires the target. Tilt Rehab trying to focus the Reza down. They'll drop off as he gets away here. And vulnerable back in. One shot comes on through. The Crucible chunking out, blocking a lot of the damage there. Tilt Rehab still healthy through this. They have, let's see. The pool was blocked off. Actually, I didn't see how the pool came out through that fight.
Yeah, definitely close on both sides. I can't believe everybody actually made it out alive. But that's going to give both of these teams a second shot at life in the next fight. As we're getting later and later into the game and the death timers are getting longer and longer, it's definitely a little bit more risky to give up your life. I mean, even being one person down can spell the difference of a win and a loss here.
It definitely can. I mean, it's really impressive to see two teams just throw all of their abilities, like go hard on a target like that. The other team do everything that they can to keep their teammate alive, and like at the end, nobody goes down. But it's really still exciting for me to watch, even if nobody does die in that moment.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Watching both of these teams respect what the other can do is kind of been a key moment or key factor of the last couple moments here. Got a pretty big wave up here that Pajama and Archaic are going to go ahead and split that ambient. Maybe pick up some, maybe pick up one more item or renew infusions. Actually, Archaic's got a renewable infusion in pocket, so that is going to be something to look out for here in this next fight. He's actually still got a little bit of time on the one he has left as well.
This is going to be an important pull to block here. The Force Accord coming out of Thin. You know this is going to be coming out here soon. Also, I think now is where the Arden is actually a factor in this game. And he's going to throw the Gauntlet. He's going to go onto key targets. And you can't ignore him, but you also don't want to focus him down because he's pretty tanky now. Pajama. He's found the stun over here onto Neon Fire, taking a lot of damage. Neon Fire gets back, but look at the huge damage coming out. They turned it around. Tilt and Rehab. They're going to lose their Kestrel off the back, trying to reposition. They're dropping back. Ali Peterson keeping them alive, but not for long as Ali's down. Now who's the next target? Solar Storm will chunk through Maokai and Sino. They're trying to get back. Archaic, he's not in a position to even connect with a Chakram or anything. Maokai will drop. Vision Gaming putting together an impressive fight. Look at, they just spread the damage out on every single player, but nobody goes down.
That was a giant supernova coming out of Lightning T at the beginning of that fight. We almost had a pick by Tilt Rehab onto Neon Fire. He was able to use his Troublemaker to get out of harm's way. Oh no!
Neon Fire just got dunked.
Not going to be out of harm's way for very long, that's for sure. But Lightning T came through huge supernova and forced the entire opposition back, and they were able to turn the fight on the back of it. Still a slight gold lead for the side of Tilt Rehab, but side of Vision, they've been basically able to even this out. 12 to 13 on the scoreboard, 54,000 to 55,000. Incredibly close game here.
I mean, just keep your eyes on, of course, we talked about the player to watch, Lightning T, and literally right now it is the player to watch. PvP Warrior also super important to keep your eyes on him. If he can get onto key targets is very important, but honestly the damage that's coming out of the Celeste right now is making or breaking these fights. So Lightning T's got to stay alive on the other side. It's Archaic, Pajama, they all have damage. Sino has damage as well. Solar Storm's going to tear on through. The Force Accord will not connect here. Ali finds the stun on the front side, now has to move back, silenced on up. They're in this choke point, they just move, look at, they're almost just stacked all on top of this Finn, and also, like, they're vulnerable to area of effect damage when they do that. As long as they stay out of range, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Finn also very good at giving the team a fortified health, but here we go, this fight's breaking out quickly.
There's your Gauntlet down, but nobody's really in there besides Pool, and that's not the target they want. Pajama trying to stay at range, apply the damage. There's going to be the pull, the bada boom, disrupting this fight, tearing it apart. Now Sino's dropped. Who's going to be next? Let's see. It's Pajama down. They're going to lose Ali Peterson. Now Ali able to get back, but look at that spellfire damage sticking on through, almost taking them down. Oh, there's the solar. I was going to say, where's the Solar Storm? There it is, but it's not on the mark. Needed a strike. He threw a ball, but that was a close one.
That was almost a double kill picked up by Lightning T. Just a little bit to the left would have sniped out Maokai and Ali Peterson, who were both basically one hit. But Black Claw is unleashed here by the side of Vision Gaming. They are trying to pull together here in the later stages of the game.
Look at this net worth, Nons.
Yeah, it has grown to be basically dead even, and Lightning T is at that stage of the game where the Celeste is really difficult to deal with. In that last fight, he was pretty much full health at all times and was able to swing the fight very quickly there. Archaic 6-0-4 here on this Idris, though. Let's see if he can get the play and get a chakram through this Celeste.
Yeah, if he gets someone down to 50% key target and he's not going to get locked down, he could just go ham. Solar coming on through. Look at Vision. They're splitting the lanes down. They got a couple people in mid, 2 in bottom, and 1 up in top. They're taking turrets down in every single lane. Tilton Rehab need to make a focused shot call here. It looks like they've lost their minds as they're running around with like chickens with their heads cut off. Everything just falling apart in their base. Tilton Rehab, not what you're looking for. Vision Gaming look like they pulled the trigger. They're going to move in here, and odds are they're going to be taking this Vein Crystal down. Unless there's just some spicy throws, but it's really not happening. PvP Warrior even sitting up there in the healing platform, pretty much finding kills for himself. 18-14, Vision Gaming, 21 minutes in, will find the win here against Tilt Rehab.
In the later stages of the game, Lightning T proved to be a little too difficult to deal with. Tilt Rehab, they played the early game absolutely phenomenally, though. I feel like there was a couple chances, a couple opportunities for them to make rotations into that mid lane. For example, when they took the Black Claw and picked up a kill on the pool, they really didn't do anything with that rotation thereafter. And I feel like that's really one of the points where the game started to swing. They gave a handful of gold over to the side of Vision.
Yeah, they did give over a handful of gold, and they